Hello friends, today we discuss types of fossils. Table of contents are as introduction, types of fossils as petrified fossils, molds and casts, carbon films, trace fossils, preserved remains, compression, impression, pseudofossils and how are fossils formed. Now introduction. A fossil is the mineralized partial or complete form of an organism or of an organism's activity that has been preserved as a cast, impression or mold. A fossil gives tangible physical evidence of ancient life and has provided the basis of the theory of evolution in the absence of preserved soft tissues. The root of the word fossil derives from the Latin verb fodder, means to dig. A preserved inorganic object is not a fossil. The same applies to the mummification, desiccation and freezing of organism, as mineralization is not a characteristic feature of these processes. Fossil form depends on the material in which it is preserved and the ancient environment. Fossils can also represent organism movement and activity in the form of footprints and boring holes. An insect trapped in amber is a fossil subtype known as an inclusion. The originally soft gum-like coniferous tree resins has fossilized into stone-like amber with the chitinous skeleton of the insect inside preserved as fossil. Now, petrifaction. The word petrifaction means turning into stones. The fossils from when minerals replace all or the parts of the organism. Water is full of dissolved minerals. It seeps through the layer of sediments to reach the dead organism. When water evaporates, only the hardened material are left behind. There is molecule by molecule replacement of plant parts by minerals such as iron, pyrites, silicates, carbonates, sulfates, etc. These minerals get deposited and impregnated inside the cells and the tissues of the plant. This type of fossil can be studied by preparing the sections and are most suitable for the study of structure detail. Petrified plant organs, roughly spherical in shape, are known as coal balls. Now, molds and casts. A mold forms when hard parts of an organism are buried in the sediment such as sand, silt or clay. The hard part completely dissolve over time, leaving behind a hollow area of organism shape, while a cast forms as a result of the mold. Water with dissolved minerals and sediments fills the mold's empty space or cavity. The cavity is known as incrustation and the mineral sediments that are left in the mold make a cast. A cast is opposite to its mold. These fossils are suitable for the study of the morphology of fossil plants. Now, carbon films. All living things contain an element that is carbon. When an organism dies and is buried in sediment, the materials that make the organism break down and eventually only the carbon remains. The thin layer of carbon left behind can show an organism delicate parts like leaves or plant, that is plant fossils 300 million years old. Traces, tracks and trails. Those fossils show the activities of the organism an animal makes a footprint when it steps in sand. Over time, the footprint is buried in layers of sediments. Then the sediments becomes solid rock. Now, preserved remains. Some organisms are preserved in or close to their original states. These fossils are called preserved remains. That is, an organism such as an insect is trapped in a tree's sticky resin and dies. More resin covers it, sealing the insect inside. It hardens into umber. Some organism such as woolly mammoth dies in a very cold region. Its body is frozen in ice, which preserves organism even its hair. Now, compression. This type of fossil is common in the sedimentary deposits of rocks. It is a sort of impression where most of the organic remains of the plant remain in the fossil state. The plant or plant parts get buried and the sediments go on accumulating over the plant. The growing pressure of the sedimentary rocks removes the air and the watery contents of the fragment out and causes the plant tissues to compress. The compression shows the original outline of the plant or plant parts, but the original thickness of the plant material cannot be determined. The buried part becomes flat due to compression or overlying pressure of the sediments. Now, impression. These fossils are just an impression of plants or plant parts on sediments. These fossils are useful in studying the external features of various plant parts and venation pattern of leaves. Pseudofossils. Sometimes watery solutions of various minerals speed through the sediments and it take the shape of some plant part or animal. Their study shows that they are neither plants nor animals. Such fossils are known as pseudofossils. How are fossils formed? As already mentioned, the ideal conditions for fossilization are immediate burial in hypoxic mineral rich sediments in a low temperature environment. These elements make the existence of fossils rare. 4 types of processes contribute the formation of a fossil. These are mineralization, carbonization, incrustation and distillation. They occur once an organism has become trapped within the surrounding sediment and primarily depend on the mineral composition of silt and water. First of all, we discuss about mineralization. Mineralization is the most common process in fossilization. Water within the sediment contains minerals that over time slowly replace the tissues of the original living organism. The most prevalent minerals that contribute to the fossilization process are calcium carbonate, iron sulphide, iron carbonate, calcium phosphate and silica in form of silicon, silicon dioxide or quartz. Now, carbonization and distillation. The initiation of carbonization requires a certain type of bacteria that creates an anaerobic environment devoid of any oxygen or nitrogen. This bacteria turns plants' life into carbon under millions of years of vertical compression. These ancient carbon fields become coal deposits, while distillation describes the process by which carbon film or phytolim fossils are formed. This is an extremely rare occurrence, but can give a fine image of soft tissues. Fossils obtained by distillation are usually badly preserved, although significant external detail is possible. And last one is incrustation. Incrustation occurs in the presence of minerals, usually calcium carbonate, deposited in various layers on top of the remains of an organism. As tides rise and fall or water levels fluctuate, minerals slowly form a mold. While mineralization replaces organic matter, incrustation covers it. Mineralization will form a cast, incrustation the mold. Thank you.